Victorious ones. Happy Monday. Y'all, this is your coach, Monica Stokes. On today is the second day of a new quarter of the end of the year 2023. With that being said, God been speaking and working in my heart, y'all, like overtime, which is good, to really focus on things and goals that I set at the beginning of the year. So what God is speaking to your heart is, it's not too late. It's not too late. Like Miss Desiree put in our Facebook group chat, God is always on time, but we have to trust his timing. In the midst of trusting his timing, this is the word God laid it on my heart to talk to y'all today. He said, God says he has a plan, but are we working with his plan? I believe that's what I titled this video, but y'all listen to my energy because I'm speaking definitely from my spirit and my heart. So you have heard, are you listening and you hearing now? God has a plan for my life. I'm talking about you. And you like, I always hear this, but what's the plan? The first step, y'all, is to get within his will. To line your life up with the plan, the purpose that God has for your life, you have to line up your life with the principles and the laws that God has set up for us. I'm just telling y'all something that I have learned through my personal walk, my personal relationship, my personal journey with God. Everybody is not going to understand the moves that you're making. Everybody is not going to understand your praise. Everybody is not going to understand your hunger for God. Everybody's not going to understand. For one, this is what God put in my spirit today. My praise and my testimony comes from the evidence of me witnessing how real God has been in my personal life. It comes from your personal encounters with God. Y'all listen to me now. That's why it is good sometimes when we can reflect back. I'm talking about when you're on the journey of really living for God, really having a personal relationship with God. That's one thing that helps keep my momentum. Keep my faith. To not be looking at what it looked like. Let me slow down. To keep my faith, my mustard seed faith that God needs me to have and keep in spite of what it looked like. Because God say what? It's not about how it look. It's about the size of your faith. It's about the actions that you take behind the laws and the principles that God give us. And you like, Coach Monica, what's the laws and the principles? That's where we have to do. And I'm talking about me too. Evaluation of our old mindset with the new mindset. Like I talked to y'all yesterday in that live I did yesterday. We are a new creation, and it said everyone within God. So since God is within us and we're a new creation within God, you have to get closer with him. And this is the word he put on my heart, y'all. He's something else. I literally was at work today. Y'all see, I grabbed my little scrap sheet of paper. Because he be telling me what to come speak to y'all heart. It's crazy because I be trying to search in my flesh. I said it. What am I come talk to them about? And God will put one in me, y'all. Mind you, I had put this title in my phone yesterday when he tied it together. So y'all just follow my lead. God gave me what to tell y'all. God said it's like an orchestra, like an orchestra playing. And I don't know much about music, but he put it in my spirit to talk to y'all. So he said it's like the one in the front that do the orchestrating the music. Y'all, what's the name of the person that do like this when they orchestrating the music? Think about a big orchestra with a bunch of instruments. God says that's what he is, leading the way. You see how the orchestra person do all this with their hand and they be leading the way? And we in the orchestra, meaning all of us as a child of God, we working together in the orchestra. God said the instruments that each person in that orchestra got, I hope I'm saying the right word, but y'all get me, to follow my lead. Each person in the orchestra has different instruments that they playing with. God said to my heart, y'all, that the different instruments is the different gifts that we all carry. So we need each other. You see how God built the victorious ones together? How God is building the victorious ones together? Because we need each other's gifts. Iron sharpens iron. And it's so freeing when God brings you in kingdom environments like this, and you God start opening your spiritual eyes because you're more hungry, so you eating words of Him, learning more of Him, and it don't become as much foreign language. So for the you that's watching this, and it may not make sense what your coach Monica is saying in your heart, God is telling you, allow Him to be the conductor. I believe that's the person that be like this, with the little thing in the hand. Because He said, now you're part of His orchestra with other childs of God, and we all have different instruments, different gifts. And this is what God said. Y'all listen to me now. You know the little thing they got in front of them, like the little playbook, and tell them how to play their little different instruments. That's the Bible. God said this to me, so He gave it to me spiritually, but He used a worldly thing. And that's what He told me to come talk to us about. So He that conductor, and this is the part God told me to say. He said, who lead in your orchestra? Like if we go to any other, we go to a church, if we go to like either right here to a YouTube community or a Facebook community, are you aligned with God being the head of that orchestra, as we are the kids and the childs of God playing together with the gifts that God has given us? Like you may have a gift of singing. You may have a gift of, the other you may have the gift of writing. The other you may have the gift of motivational speaking, or speaking from how God tells us to speak. We all have different gifts that adds to the music as God directing us. Yesterday on the Zoom, right before I did the Zoom, because God put it in my spirit to get on the live right before the Zoom yesterday, because I knew God was about to show up and show out. And y'all, He did just that. And I wanted to resonate with you that's watching this that's still learning, because I want you to understand God is real intentional when He even put in my spirit to come talk to y'all. So on that live yesterday, right before the Zoom, God put into my spirit what He told me to talk to y'all about. I knew He was about to show up and show out. I couldn't explain how. I just knew. So we get in the Zoom. Oh, I know what I spoke about right before the Zoom, new creation. Because Miss Desiree was baptized yesterday. We get in the SisterHood Zoom yesterday. Mind you, Desiree, Miss Desiree, Sister Desiree, stays in Brooklyn, New York. Miss Sarah, another victorious one, was in the SisterHood Zoom, and she stays here in Georgia. Miss Sarah gets quiet and looks at Miss Desiree in the Zoom and says, which church was it that you was baptized at? Y'all, this thing is still blowing my mind. I'm getting chills not saying it to y'all. You can't tell me this ain't God, y'all. Ooh, child. Miss Desiree was baptized in the same church that Miss Sarah's son preaches at. We all connected. We all connected. We all connected. And that gave so much confirmation to all of us to let us know we in the right place at the right time for the right purposes of our life. So, for you, when God puts in your spirit or your energy with this being fall, we in fall right now, y'all. When people and things start falling off your life because you have been seeking God, if you even at this point of this video, you ain't clicked off, it's because God is leading you in that orchestra to bring you around other brothers and sisters in Christ. And no, your instrument may not be, or you may not play it as well, your gift, as your other brothers and sisters next to you. But that's where that iron, sharpen iron come in at. And I say this from my heart to y'all because I didn't know that I had the ability that I have now of the gifts that God has entrusted me with. But I had to get the me out the way. I had to allow God to come in and use the blueprint that God had for my life. And I started seeing it more clearly as I began to be more hungry for God. And I started feasting and eating on the plate that God served me. And I continuously have to do this, y'all. This is a daily thing. A daily bread. What God said, we can't just eat our bread alone. We got to eat on his words, y'all. Like, really chew the words. I mean, taking the action. Not just leave the food on the plate. Taking the words. Eating and feasting on it. God says we are a new creation. So with being new, you have to walk in the newness that God has for you. And the only way you that's watching this video going to discover what the new thing is for you is to first receive the plate of newness. Then you have to build a relationship with God. And the more you do it, y'all listen to me. God will start showing up. You will start seeing stuff that line up. Yesterday in church, our pastor preached on harvest season. I'm just testifying from my experience to yours to show you how real it is, that you don't be thinking it's a bunch of hoo-foo-foo-foo. He preached on harvest, planting your seed, and I'm sitting there just talking to God as the pastor was preaching yesterday. I get a notification on my watch that a client booked a session yesterday. Mind you, this person that booked the session yesterday is in relation to a service that God just had me add to my website. It was through the action of God talking to me that I was able to do what God told me to do. Then I get on, I think I was scrolling through some YouTube stuff yesterday, and I seen another thing that said the same thing about harvest. Make a long story short. So, like, he'll start lining up the things that you're personally eating off his plate for you. So our plates are not going to look the same. Our gifts are not going to be the same in the orchestra. But we need each other. Like, I needed to hear what the word that the pastor had yesterday to confirm some things I've been pushing through. Praying through, purposing through. That's made my 3 P's in this season. Praying, pushing, and my purpose. And y'all, it's a journey. So from my heart to yours, I'm just releasing unto your heart what God pressed on me to come talk to you about. The only way God is going to be able to reveal the gift that he has for you, and he has a gift for you. Every one of us was born with a gift. Don't let nobody tell you that you have it. If somebody telling you that, that means that may be somebody God is kind of falling off your life. You need to be around people like myself, other brothers and sisters in Christ that's giving you the truth. It's when I started learning the truth. I didn't get it at first. I'm never going to lie to y'all and tell y'all I did. But the more I feasted on the truth, I started seeing the truth about the purposes for my personal life. And I'm still learning it. I'm still learning it. Still learning it. I'm just excited about what God is doing for the victorious ones. I'm excited. I'm excited. And I'm so grateful that God has even taught me this, y'all. I'm going to let y'all go after I say this. That I can't worry or bombard or burden me, myself, my flesh, about who gets it, who receives it, who take the action. God told me, daughter, that's my job. God said the only job I need you to have is to release what I have given you. And I'm going to release it, y'all, no matter how weird it looked to somebody else. Because I know how real he be talking to me and tell me to come talk to y'all. Y'all see, I was literally working on tags. Don't tell nobody. And I grabbed some scrap paper because I knew I had to come in. It's on break, by the way. To come tell y'all what he said. Praise, I don't even know all the details about the little orchestra man that be doing like this. But God said, that's like what I am. I'm like the orchestra, the thing, man in the front. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all done seen the Disney movies. And he said, the players are the ones that play the instruments. We his children. And our instruments are the different gifts. And that little paper that's in front of them to give them the music, notes, what to follow, the playbook, that's the Bible. So he gave me that imagery through me just being open. So that's what he asking you to do, just to be open. Just to be open. And y'all know y'all didn't heard me say this before, is when you come out of your comfort zone. This is what God said today. And I put this one in my phone too, that sweet spot. But somebody asked me today, where Monica, what is going on with you? Yes, spiritually high. Floating on clouds today, I said it. When you find that sweet spot, ooh, it's like laying in your bed at night. You find that sweet spot. That's how I feel today. Like I found it. And I'm praying and I'm talking to God right now. Even as I'm talking to y'all, to God to keep it. Keep me with this sweet spot. Keep me in this sweet spot. I'm so grateful that God has brought even y'all to my life. Those of y'all that's growing. Those of y'all booking sessions. It's really a dream that's coming true into reality for me. And I know it's going to unfold over time. And I'm willing to accept that. Because God is just teaching me so much in this season. He's teaching me so much. So y'all be encouraged. If y'all didn't see the beginning of the video, just go back to the beginning of the video. Y'all look, they riding by with, they like they about to go dig up some stuff. That's like God digging up the dirt. Look at them, y'all. God digging up the dirt. It's like I see stuff and he'll just talk to me through anything now. God's something else, y'all. He reconstructing us. What, the new creation? You gotta dig it up. They're like them boulders, them things that just roll by. Yeah, he's something amazing in this season. I'm so grateful that he is allowing all of us to be able to see him moving and working. It ain't just me talking, y'all. It's him talking. Yep. So y'all be encouraged. Those of you looking to book a one-on-one session with me, my consultation sessions are free. From there, I will help build you an individual plan, which God has helped me with, to help you on your journey to becoming an overcomer. You're already victorious. There's just things that you have to do to cultivate that person that God is making you into. You have to cultivate it. It's like this seed right now, the victorious ones. I have to come on here and feed it, nurture it. That's the only way it's going to grow. Yeah, the only way it's going to grow. And that's the same thing with your gifts that God has given you. Got to first find it. So to first find it, he got to dig up all that old stuff. That's what he had to do for me, y'all, and it was a process, and still is. Then I'm able to stick it out. Y'all stick it out with me. So y'all book your one-on-one sessions with me. I'm so excited. I got one today. And then also, y'all remember this month, for the month of October, is Domestic Violence Month. So since I have experienced that in my past, 7 years ago, make a long story short, I was in a shelter. For that same shelter, we are going to be doing bundle packages toward that shelter. Any amount that you give, and I please, y'all pray about it, but please sow, what you reap, you will sow, into that cause for the month of October. Every month, we're going to have a new bundle deal each week. This month is going to be the laundry detergent. I'm doing a drawing on Saturday for that $10 Chick-fil-A gift card. So y'all go ahead and sow your $10 toward the deal. It's through Miss Deborah Deals. And Miss Deborah, I appreciate you working with the victorious ones. Look, see? Sisters working together to sharpen each other. Miss Deborah been helping sharpen me for a minute now. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. But now we're able to partner together to help out a cause that once helped me. That pain you done been through, I said through. God has a purpose. That pain you've been through, God got a purpose. He just needs you to get out of that stuck mentality. I'm talking about that mentality I used to have. I'm not saying this out of nothing but love. He got to get you out of that. Over to him, to the roadmap he got for you. When he can connect from this, look, y'all, Like a merry-go-round, nothing changing, it all looking the same. Da, 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 da. Like on the playground, it be looking the same, and you get dizzy and tired. And then he be like, come over here with me, and then I'm gonna give you the roadmap, and then you're gonna go from here, and then you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna do this, and then that's God. I believe that's how we be feeling, like this on that merry-go-round. You know, when we're younger, used to be on that merry-go-round. Y'all make you sick and dizzy. You see the same thing over and over again. Feel like you're tired, right? You're tired of saying the same thing over and over again, because that's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, saying the same thing. Y'all see my face? That's how I used to feel when I used to be on that, right? God say, now allow my blueprint for your life to be laid in front of you so I could connect the dots. But if you keep doing this, you're not going to see this. You got to get off that merry-go-round. You got to get off that merry-go-round. So, y'all be encouraged. I'm looking for y'all to book sessions because I'm ready to meet y'all. I'm ready to talk to y'all one-on-one. It's something about actually meeting y'all face-to-face. And I get to hear the testimonies behind how y'all are learning. It's something amazing. It make my whole spiritual baby leap. When I be like, that video helped you? And I'll be saying this, y'all might really know, that video helped you? That was the video when I was having probably one of the different type days, but I had to go on there and push play. It's in the push. I've learned this in this season. It's in the push. We can't sit there and be like, when it's going to happen for me? You got to push to see the breakthrough. You can't just sit there expecting God going to do it for me. God gonna do it for you, but he like, what action you gonna take? Come on. So y'all sow into that domestic violence package at $10, please. We're gonna do that drawing on Saturday at 11 o'clock for that $10 gift card for Chick-fil-A. Then we're gonna have another bundle for next week. I'm so excited. I'm just allowing God. I'm not even worrying about who done gave so far. He told me, don't even ask Miss Deborah. Miss Deborah, if you're watching this. He said, just let it happen. So I'm going to allow God to blow all of our mind. And we just do it together. Come on. Work together in our orchestra. The Victorious Ones Orchestra. Y'all hear it? Hey, we got God up there orchestrating us. I want to be over here on the team with God. Orchestrating us with our different gifts. Come on. The revelation God just gave me. Can you orchestrate? Think of a person in the front. I hope I'm saying the person's name right. Doing like this. They can't do all the instruments or the sounds by themselves. We have to have God up there orchestrating us as the child of God. Listen, with our different gifts. So we can be working as a team. Y'all hear that beautiful noise that the big orchestra be making? That's the same with our gifts and talents. It's meant for us to be together. That proving itself was in yesterday's Zoom. I'm still blown away by that thing, by the way, y'all. That's God revealing himself right there in front of all of us. Ooh, child, that's all I can say. So y'all be encouraged. We got 3 months in this year left. If you like this on that merry-go-round and you feeling sick, and you keep saying the same thing over and over again, God say, time to get off that merry-go-round. Start letting him help you connect the dots. Unless you're going to decide, I said to you that's watching this, and it's out of love, that you're going to decide to stay on there and keep feeling like that. It's a decision. God just gave me this one more revelation. I think I'm going to let y'all go after this. Because this is how I felt when I was on my merry-go-round 3 years ago. Just on there. Keep spinning me. And then when I decided with the choice to get off, think about it when you get off that merry-go-round thing. You still be feeling sick. And so it take a little footing. May feel a little tired, a little exhausted after you get off. And then God give you that little footing. And he'll start walking you along your path and your journey. It's time to start on your journey. How long you going to be at that? That's like playing Candyland. That's one of my favorite board games, by the way. How long you going to be stuck at that little stage? You're looking looking at everybody else, and it ain't about them, but just listen to my point. They being so blessed. They said God said that, and they doing this. That's weird. We gonna be different anyway. You gonna stand apart anyways. Because I couldn't hide, and I'm not gonna hide the joy God has given me, y'all, today. I couldn't. Woo, child. Now I tell you, Cloud 9, that's how I feel spiritually. And I want God to continue to work in me so that he can work through me. That's the only way he can do it, too. That's why I'm telling you to start your journey. He got to work in you, breaking down all them hurts, y'all, all that pain. He got to break through that stuff that you have buried under the concrete, and it's okay, because sometimes that's how we feel like we got to do. Start the process, because he got to break all that concrete down. That's like my sledgehammer, y'all. He got to. He got to. You hear me say God got to. Can't nobody else do it. No relationship is not going to do it. Any kind of thing that's toxic, that's not lining up to the purposes that God have your life, it's not going to do it. That's the temporary fix. It's like this. The merry-go-round going round and round. Listen to God, y'all. I'm trying to go. That merry-go-round going round and around and around and around, right? And then somebody stopped the merry-go-round, right? Mind you, you haven't got off yet, and you still dizzy on that thing. You gonna stay on there feeling sick like you about to vomit? I said it. Just follow my lead, because God, y'all, I'm trying to get off, like I said. It's like somebody stopped that merry-go-round that was doing this whole fast or whatever. My stomach growling, y'all. That's crazy, but I'm about to push through this video because God is giving it to me. So I got to give it to y'all. Listen to me. They stop the merry-go-round and you see, you like, oh, I'm just, yeah. You gonna let them spin the merry-go-round again? I'm talking about you doing it for your life. Are you ready to get off of that thing? And yeah, you may feel a little, but at least you know you off of that. Look at my neck, y'all. My neck hurt when I did it. You know you off of that, and you can look over there at them. That's how I'm doing to y'all right now. I'm off, and I'm on my way with God, and I'm looking at y'all on the merry-go-round, and I done stopped it. God have, but I'm here helping him and his daughter, and I have stopped the merry-go-round for you, and I'm telling y'all to come on with me, and we gonna learn it together. We're gonna learn it together. Because I've learned so much through y'all. Listen to y'all talk. Miss Sarah yesterday, she was on fire. I don't know if I could put a fire emoji down here in this chat, but Miss Sarah was on fire. You hear me? And I can say it to y'all all day long, but to be near the fire, whoo. You gonna get burnt, meaning you gonna feel it too. You like, that was good, dude. I want to stay right here. That's the beauty of growth. He'll bring different people from different ages, because y'all, when I tell you that it's not about your Coach Monica age, it is not about my ethnicity, you know that way, I'm trying to use my color. It is not about my current economical background, how many children I'm raising. It's about the heart of the person that God can entrust us with. I always knew I had a good heart, y'all. Growing up, I love people. I love complimenting people. But life became life. I'm going to say that, make a long story short. Y'all know I have been through the domestic violence situation after my divorce 7 years ago. So life was life. I'm not blaming nobody. My life just has been through some things. Unbeknownst to me trying to stay there, me trying to run from God, God had a plan even through my mess. What I told y'all that time, and I know y'all done probably heard somebody say this before because it clicked with me when I heard it. There was a message in my mess. But in order for me to be able to come on here, y'all, and give y'all the messages that God has entrusted me with, I had to go through the mess. But I didn't stay there. I didn't stay on that merry-go-round. I didn't stay. And it may be a group of friends That's like kids on the playground. It mainly be a group of friends together on that merry-go-round. God says it's your turn to get off. Because that may not be whom God needs you around. He needs you around other people that can open your eyes up. And you're not going to be able to do it by yourself. That's why he needs you to be willing to get off of that merry-go-round to do the new thing that may be uncomfortable. Y'all remember I said the uncomfortable is when you get off that merry-go-round and you feel like this. All woozy in the head. And then you're going to have a friend like Miss Deborah that's going to hold your hand. She's going to come and help you. That's what God did to me. Unbeknownst to me, y'all. Now, mind you, I knew I was broken. I knew I looked broken. But I was able, look at me holding. I was able to accept the invitations of whom God was bringing to my life because I knew in my energy God had sent these individuals. I knew. I had to accept it. God was showing me my future before my future became what it is now. My God, why are you sending these type of people? When I do this, I mean people that were speaking so much life into me. And y'all, when I tell you I felt like those dry bones, that's what I felt like. Damaged goods.